Hello, movie lovers! Welcome to Does It Hold Up? Oscar Redux. This is a show where I pretend to go back in time and redo Academy Awards from the past to tell you who I think should have walked away with 9 of the awards on the night. They're just some of the bigger awards. I do all of them, but I'm pretty sure we don't want to be here all day listening to like 28 different categories. That doesn't sound like fun. So we narrowed it down to 9. We've been doing it for weeks. We're up to the year 2021. Normally, I put on a polo or a dress shirt, or I try to look a little bit nicer for the show, but come on guys, this was the pandemic year. This was a year where all the movies nominated, would they have really been nominated in any other year if there was actually more movies that came out? Who knows? Who can say? I can't, but I guess I can, because I'm the one going back in time to redo the Academy Awards, so I just wore this. It's fine. It was fine. The Academy didn't try. I didn't try. With me, as always, is Emily, the disembodied voice. She will not be joining us for the show this week, because she just didn't watch a lot of these movies. They weren't really that interesting to her, so I didn't force her. I didn't say she had to. She'll be back again on the next episode when we move to 2022, and she'll be here for a lot of that one, so be prepared for that. In the meantime, she's just a voice. She's going to read out who the nominees were in each category, who the Academy then picked, and then I will tell you who I think should have taken home that prize. Let's go ahead and get started with, surprise me, Emily.
We are starting with Best Animated Feature. The nominees this year were Onward, Over the Moon, A Shaun the Sheep Movie, Farmageddon, Soul, and Wolfwalkers. The winner? Soul.
To pick this movie, the Academy probably didn't even have a Soul, because although Soul is a good movie, I'm not trying to take anything away from Soul. It's a lifeless movie. It's another Pixar drag out, walk through it, we just made a movie. Come on. Really? Really? No, the correct answer was Wolfwalkers. I'm pretty sure half the Academy didn't even watch this movie. That's why it didn't win the award, because if they had, they would have known that this was the right choice. The movie is phenomenal. The story is fantastic. The voice acting is amazing. The animation is gorgeous. There's no reason Wolfwalkers shouldn't have won, and I'm pretty sure Disney just bought this award like they've bought a few others.
Moving on to Writing Adapted, the nominees this year were Borat, subsequent movie film, delivery of prestigious bride to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan, The Father, Nomadland, One Night in Miami, and The White Tiger. The winner? The Father.
No. The Father, although written extremely well, doesn't have anything special going for it. There's nothing really that entertaining about the script or really that good in the script. There's a moment here or there, but I'm going to take it away from The Father, and I would love to say I'm going to give it to Borat because I just think that's hilarious, but the sequel's not nearly as good as the first one, so I'm going to give it to One Night in Miami. If you haven't seen this movie, do yourself a favor and go check it out. It is phenomenal. The script is the best script of the year, and it should have won, and I just don't know why it didn't. Do yourself a favor. Check it out.
Writing Original. The nominees this year were Judas and the Black Messiah, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. The winner? Promising Young Woman.
And the winner is, it's Promising Young Woman. This movie is going to show up a few more times in this episode, but especially for script here, because it is so well written that the story, regardless of how great the performance is, you probably could have had Paper Bags perform these roles, and the movie still would have been good because it's written that well. Emerald Fennell did a wonderful job with this script, and honestly, it might be the best written movie of the year, period? Yeah. So give it the award.
Actress in a supporting role. The nominees this year were Maria Bakalova, Borat, subsequent movie film, Glenn Close, Hillbilly Elegy, Olivia Colman, The Father, Amanda Seyfried, Mank, and Yoon Jung-un, Minari. The winner? Yoon Jung-un, Minari.
Okay, before I get to the winner here, they nominated Glenn Close for Hillbilly Elegy. The less said about that movie, the better. But really? It's not even that great of a performance. This category literally goes to show how desperate they were for anything in 2020, a movie, something to praise, because in any other year, Hillbilly Elegy comes and goes and nobody ever talks about it, and somehow it got an Oscar nomination. Little weird. As for my answer, I 100% agree with the Academy. It's the right choice. She was absolutely amazing in Minari, and none of the other ones could really hold a candle to her during that year.
Actor in a supporting role. The nominees this year were Sacha Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr., One Night in Miami, Paul Raci, The Sound of Metal, and Lakeith Stanfield, Judas and the Black Messiah. The winner? Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah.
He's fantastic in the movie, but I am going to remove the award from him because I'm going to give it to Lakeith Stanfield for Judas and the Black Messiah. I think he was just a step ahead of Kaluuya, not the drink, Daniel, the entire movie. Lakeith kind of carried more of the burden in this movie, and I thought every time he was on screen, he was just a little more magnetic, a little more powerful. I just really think his character came across a lot better, and so I'm going to give him the award for this.
Actress in a leading role. The nominees this year were Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day, The United States vs. Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand, Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman. The winner? Frances McDormand, Nomadland.
Wrong. Just wrong. I mean, I guess Frances McDormand is a Oscar staple almost at this point. It's like every couple of years she's going to get nominated, even if it really wasn't that good of a performance. She kind of phoned it in, kind of whatever. They just love her. They just want to give her all the things. But they were wrong here. They absolutely shouldn't have given it to Frances McDormand. It should have went to Carey Mulligan for Promising Young Woman. Okay, I didn't know much about Carey Mulligan prior to this movie. I'd seen her in a few things, but it was never really anything standout. I was never a big fan. And now I'm like, Carey Mulligan should be in all the things after watching her in Promising Young Woman. She is that good. Every time it's like, oh, she's going to be in this movie, I'm now excited to see it. That is a star-making performance. Give her the award.
Actor in a leading role. The nominees this year were Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins, The Father, Gary Oldman, Mank, and Stephen Yeun, Minari. The winner? Anthony Hopkins, The Father.
Okay, before we get into who I will give this award to, do you guys remember watching? And if you didn't, go search it somewhere else. Maybe I'll post it tomorrow or something, or a little bit after this. But go look at what happened at this award show. Usually, and I mean pretty much every single Academy Awards except for this one, the last award of the night is Best Picture. It makes the most sense. It's the biggest award of the evening. It's what you want to end on. Who's going to win the big prize? And this year, they were so certain that Chadwick Boseman was going to win this award that they gave this category out last. And then Anthony Hopkins wasn't even at the show. He didn't want to travel, obviously, because of everything that was happening. So he was over in Europe, chilling, didn't even come to the show. So they gave him the award, and then nothing. It just kind of credits started rolling. It was the weirdest thing. They were 100% sure Boseman was going to win posthumously? That's not how you say that. So I'm just going to move on past that. They were so sure he was going to win that they risked it all, and it didn't pay off. Insane. Anyway, Anthony Hopkins, no, I'm taking it away from him. I'm giving it to Riz Ahmed for Sound of Metal. He's wonderful in that movie.
Best Directing. The nominees this year were Lee Isaac Chung, Minari, Emerald Fennell, Promising Young Woman, David Fincher, Mank, Thomas Vinterberg, Another Round, and Chloe Zhao, Nomadland. The winner? Chloe Zhao, Nomadland.
Okay. I'm going to tell you guys right now that this award and the Best Picture award are definitely going to change because I don't think Nomadland is a good movie, like at all. I think there's nothing to that movie. And I know you might comment and be like, you're being a little harsh on it. And that's okay. You're allowed to have that opinion. But my opinion is, what is this movie? Who was it for? Why does it exist? Who really liked this movie? And if you did, please let me know in the comments below why you did, because I just don't get it. So I'm 100% taking away the award from Chloe Zhao, and I'm giving it to Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman. I think she directed the hell out of that movie. I think in lesser hands. I mean, normally when a director also writes their movie, I feel like it's a little weird, a little like, nobody reeled you in, the movie gets a little out of hand, you didn't exactly make the right choices. No. She made all of the right choices for this movie. It's phenomenal. I just can't say enough about it. And she directed the hell out of it. She deserved it.
And finally, Best Picture. The nominees this year were The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7. The winner? Nomadland.
Rewind this like a minute and you'll know that I'm definitely taking it away from Nomadland. Just didn't get it. It's definitely not the best movie of the year. I'm kind of at a toss-up here. I'm stuck between two. And those are Judas and the Black Messiah and Promising Young Woman, because they're both so good. They're excellent movies with everything going for them. Performances, soundtrack, directing, cinematography, like everything about script even. Everything about each of these movies is just so damn good. And then they gave it to Nomadland, which doesn't really make sense, but I'm kind of stuck between the two. So because I gave it script already, and I just gave it best directing, and I gave it leading woman, leading actress, I'm going to also give Promising Young Woman best picture for all the reasons I just said. All right. That's it for the show this week. Let me know in the comments below if you agree with anything that I said. Do you remember watching this Oscars and kind of how weird it was? Are there other movies that came out this year you think should have been nominated, like, Tenet? I mean, the fact that Christopher Nolan's Tenet doesn't appear anywhere on any of these lists is insane. So let me know in the comments below all your thoughts. I'll be back again later this week with another Oscar Redux going into the year 2022. So look forward to that. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until I see you again, remember to be good to yourself, kind to others, and keep watching movies.